All right, in this video, I just want to show you around some of my favorite trails. So let's drop in and let's do it. So the first trail we're hopping onto tonight is a trail that we call the rail trail. So it actually used to be a railroad track that ran the whole way along the valley where I live. I think that officially this is called the Harvest Moon Trail, perhaps. There's a sign right up here, we can take a look. Yes, the Harvest Moon Trailway. And so Grand Pré is 18 kilometers, and that's sort of one end of the trail system. And then the other end goes all the way to the other end of the valley, a place called Annapolis Royal. I'm not sure how far that is. I'll look it up and show you. All right, we're getting off the rail trail right up here. And I'll show you a new trail they just built last year called Bottle Rocket. And it's brand new. They built it for the race last year. There was a Canada Cup race that I took part in. They built this trail new for that. There was a little chipmunk on that jump. Whoops. Everything's so dry this year. We haven't had a lot of rain, so the trails are really dusty and a bit slippery. You can scuff out pretty easily. There we go. That was Bottle Rocket. We're just gonna skirt past the ball fields here and then climb up that grassy hill. Little bit of a road climb, and then we're into the gorge. And the gorge is quite an amazing trail system. As you can imagine, it's built around a gorge, so it has lots of elevation, lots of ups and downs. It's a good little workout. Almost there. There's the sign. All right, so this is the gorge. We have a nice little skills park here, which I learned to ride a couple features on in the past years. Always good for a warm-up. So I'll show you a few of the more interesting pieces of the race course. This is the first downhill section of the course. It's called Ninja Kitten. There's a nice wooden drop feature coming up, which I only learned to do last year. Let's hope I don't mess it up while you're watching. Aha! This is another long uphill section. When I raced last year, the younger group started a few minutes after my group did. And so I got about here and all these teenagers just started flying by me. That made me feel real good. Okay, that was the double track climb. And this is the last bit of single track before we get up to the top. This is called Flying Squirrel. Here's a little shortcut that I like to take. Oh, not always successfully, I might add. Sorry I had to witness that. All right, this is the top, sort of a fire road, access road up here. So we're gonna go across a little bit and then drop back in to some downhill stuff. That's so much more sketchy with everything being so dry. All right. Ooh. Now we got these really annoying switchbacks. Oh. That I could never do all that well. Yep, there we go. So I forgot to mention that whole downhill section that we just did is called Stadium. And now we're going into Curious Gorge. There's a feature up here that I had to, a few features up here actually, that I had to work on a little bit last season. So hopefully I don't crash them tonight. We have a little drop coming up. Oh. And this little guy, and this guy. Now, Hurricane Dorian last year took out, oh, look at this. They built a new bridge. You can see the remainder of the previous bridges. Hurricane Dorian cut that stream through a different direction and messed up the bridges, and oh, it's nice to see they fixed that. Now this little climb is really hard. Oh, I do not always make it up that. And now we're back out to the road that we climbed up. And so the course would normally go back that way, across the road, through the ball field a bit, and then climb back up for the next lap. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just hop back up to the fire road and show you another little trail that I like to take. So rather than bore you with the details, let's just go there now. There. That was quick. Heading toward a trail called Phase 2. One year I was riding along this with a friend and it was so wet and muddy. All these little spots with puddles were just taking up the whole trail. Kind of like this one up here. But it's been so dry this year. Okay. Dropping into P2. Fun, fast little trail, but there are a couple nasty climbs, like this one. I think it was that climb last year where I broke my chain, my bike chain. My gears weren't working right, and so my chain was jumping around between gears, and I was putting the power down. It jumped over and snapped it. So of course then all the force I was putting down, there was no more resistance, and I whacked my knee against the front of my bike frame Got a pretty good bruise from that one. And I had to get a new chain, of course. And that is P2. We're back down to the road. I'm actually gonna cross the road right here and show you one more trail that I really like. So we've actually just done a full loop now. Over there is the rail trail I was on earlier, and there's where I parked my car. There's another little trail system out in the woods here called the Kentville Bird Sanctuary. So that's where I went earlier. Now we're gonna go this way. Now, unlike the Gorge, the bird sanctuary is pretty much all on the flat. There's a little bit of ups and downs, but not nearly as much elevation as the Gorge has. So what the bird sanctuary has a lot of is technical trails, routes and going between trees and little bits of hills up and down and just really techie stuff. Thanks, guys.
Very nice.
Yeah, have a good one. A lot of bikers use these trails, but most of the time we all go the same direction. So you don't meet people very often. But they are bi-directional trails, so you can meet people going the opposite way. Woo! Oh dear. Just pretend you never saw that, okay? This is one of the little techie sections. It's not too crazy, but lots of trees, lots of roots. Now this section is one that I can rarely clear. It's a really tough corner with roots and a nasty climb. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness, I just got that first try. Ha ha. I'm really surprised, actually. Oh, jeez. Lots of things to run into with pedals and handlebars. Time for a little snack break. The mosquitoes are finding me. Gotta go quick. All right, there's one more little wooded section here that I'd like to show you. It's called Glitter Chicken, which is an amazing name. And I'm not a really fast mountain biker, so I don't blast my way through this, but it's a fun one to try to push a little and go a little quicker. Here we go. Oh, that is a fun one. Well, that's about it. I've made my way back out to the rail trail. There's a couple other sections in Bird Sanctuary that I often like to go through, but I think I'm done for today. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed some of my favorite trails, and we'll see you next time.